Morning, just to say we've got this new tab. It doesn't really need to be a long video, but what we've done, we've simply simplified the QDB scores into this chart that you can see before you, and it should be dead simple to get trade ideas. A very simple use case scenario is that you could look at something that's strong versus something that's weak. You're looking at relative strength versus relative weakness. For this example, we'll look at the euro pound, and we bring this euro pound chart across, and it's probably no surprise that we're actually doing quite well on the price performance. Okay, so that's just a simple use case scenario. You could have entered at any point today and you would have made some nice profit because it hasn't come down at all. It wouldn't have come down to take your stops out. Even if you entered at the open and then you could have had some sleep, even if you had to stop there, you'd still be looking at a decent risk to reward. So that's just a quick one there. And what I think I might do, I may remove this score change tab because it's too much information. It's okay if you've got some time, but I think most of the time everyone's wanting to look at charts and they just want to use the sheet in a simple way. And this is a very easy way to see relative strength versus weakness. And it's also worth noting that when we see the euro, it's euro against all its crosses, okay? And also, obviously, the dollar is looking at all the dollar crosses, and obviously the same here. And another thing that you could potentially do is avoid anything that we're just hovering on the zero line. So perhaps don't trade Aussie, Swiss, or New Zealand dollar, unless, of course, they did really pump, and then you could look for longs. But you'd be looking for a long against something that was weak. Do be careful with the yen because we're encroaching BOJ intervention and they could do it any time, and so you've got to be really careful. So I think in this instance the euro pound would have been a good one because that could have more legs to the downside and we could have more legs to the upside as well, and that's how you can use it, strength versus weakness. So what I'll do is remove this one. It's nice, but I think it's just a bit too much information overload, and we'll go for the simpler approach there. Okay, so that's hopefully pretty useful, and we can see some dollar strength emerge, which is quite easy and evident to see if you just open your chart. So that's just a quick one there on the QDB scores. Remember, this is for premium tier only, or if you're an FX SSI subscriber, then you can join us at a discount. Okay, so have a look at the patreon.com, and you can also join us for free. And if you want a 7-day trial of the sheet, then that's an option as well, because we've got a 7-day trial. And then just let me know your Gmail address and I can send you the sheet so you can have a look at it and tell me what you think. I'll speak to you soon. One and all, we have a strong disclaimer that we need to stipulate. The fact is that it's really, really easy to lose money while trading, and you absolutely must have risk management at the forefront of your mind at every trade decision. Before you enter, you need to know where your exit is. You don't just enter willy-nilly. You need to stipulate your stop loss, and you need to know about your sizing as well. All this information is in the Discord as well, and it's also on YouTube. So if you don't know your sizes and then you don't know your stop loss, you're going to encounter horrific losses, okay? And also it's highly risky. And the stuff that I put out on a daily basis, it's for your own information. It's not to be traded on its own. You need to be used with a trading system and with a risk management at the forefront of that system at all times. You can't trade without the risk management because you will blow your money. And I dare say, if you're watching this video, you would have lost a lot of money and you've blown maybe an account or even several. So it's absolutely critical that you've got a very keen sense of risk management at everything you do. It's like crossing a busy street. You wouldn't cross the road without looking left and right. You'd wait for the traffic light, and then it would go from red, amber, green, and then once it went to green, you'd still be careful. Okay, so just a quick video there, and be really careful. It's a highly volatile market. In fact, it's probably the most volatile market you could ever get into, and while it can make you a lot of money, it can also cause catastrophic losses. So be careful at all times.